Title: This creature has a mouth inside its mouth. The Moray eel, it doesn't just bite. It reaches forward from its own throat and bites you again. In the darkness beneath a coral ledge, something opens and closes with an unsettling patience, a slow metronome of teeth. Sand settles in a gentle snowfall as the reef shifts from day to night. The bright crowds have gone to sleep. Now, the water fills with quieter signals. The rasp of a crab across rock, the distant clap of a mantis shrimp, the lazy pulse of a current around limestone. And there, halfway between shadow and the faint cone of a diver's light, a narrow skull waits with its mouth hanging open, breathing. It looks like menace. It's actually a necessity. And then, when the moment is right, it transforms. This is a moray eel, an animal whose head hides a second set of jaws. Not a rumor, not an exaggeration. A real articulated mouth tucked deep in the throat, spring-loaded to launch forward, seize prey, and drag it backward into the dark. The face you see is only the first door. The second door is the one that closes. Morays aren't the only fish with what biologists call pharyngeal jaws. Many bony fish have a set of toothy bits at the back of the throat to help grind or hold food. But in morays, those throat jaws have broken loose from the walls and become their own hunting weapon. The skull is narrow, the body a ribbon of muscle, without the usual fins of a typical fish. Most morays can't create the powerful suction that other reef predators use to vacuum prey into their mouths. Instead, they took another path. They evolved a mechanical tongue with teeth. Imagine it close. The eel lunges from its crevice and snaps down with the outer jaws, needle teeth designed to spear slippery flesh. Before the prey can wriggle free, something inside stirs. Two slender arms of bone, jointed like miniature tongs, reach forward from the throat. They are guided by muscles that pull them along grooves, forward, forward, until the inner jaws bloom open just behind the first row of teeth. They bite. When they retract, the prey slides deeper. It happens in a heartbeat, so fast that for years we had only hints and fishermen's tales. Only recently did high-speed video and careful dissections show the choreography that has been happening in the darkness for millions of years. Even when the eel seems motionless, it's in motion. The gill openings, little round holes behind the head, flutter as water is pumped across them. The mouth, hanging open like a warning, is mostly a breath. In a tight tunnel, a fish can't flare its cheeks to inhale like a bass can. A moray needs that open gait, the constant pulse. The skin is slick with a thick mucus, sometimes darkened with pigments, that give a green moray its famous color. Most morays have few or no scales. This living varnish protects them from sharp coral. Lets them reverse in an instant, and discourages parasites that would love to set up home in a creature that spends its life in crevices. Its world is built from smell. Twin tubular nostrils at the tip of the snout taste the water the way a tongue tastes air. They reach for invisible trails, a bleeding fish, the faint chemical whisper of a cephalopod, the musk of a molting crab. The eyes are small, adequate to shapes and contrast, but the nose is lavish. It threads through the night like a wire. There are over 200 species of moray eels, from tiny snowflakes patterned in cream and ink to massive giants longer than a human is tall. Some carry curved fangs like sabers, made to hold and not let go. Others have blunt, molar-like teeth for crushing crabs and urchins. A dragon moray, with its orange mask and jagged grin, looks like a myth that forgot to fade. A green moray, heavy-bodied and thick as a leg, can disappear into algae and shadow until only the blink of an eye gives it away. All share the same core design, a long skull hinged like a trap, and that second, secret mouth that waits. To see it in action is to feel your gut lean back. A small fish, a wrasse the color of a sunrise, pokes at something beneath a ledge. The eel is part of the rock, a smear of green and brown between sponges. In a flicker, the head shoots out, the outer jaws close, and then those inner jaws lead forward. There's no wriggle, no tug of war. The prey seems to be swallowed by a decision, and within seconds, the eel has reversed back into the crevice, a ghost behind limestone, the night closing in as if it had never opened. This alien choreography helped inspire a literal alien. Pop culture's most unforgettable movie monster has a smaller set of jaws that extends from a larger mouth. The idea feels like nightmare biology, and yet reality beats fiction to the punch. On the reef, the practical need is the same. Grab something that would rather escape and haul it somewhere it can't. Efficiency looks like horror when you're watching from the wrong side of the teeth. How do you build such a machine out of flesh? In morays, the bones that once braced the back of the mouth have a new job description. Levered by ribbon-like muscles, their pharyngeal jaws can swing free, sliding forward along the roof of the throat, guided by cartilage rails that act like tracks. The tips are edged with their own set of teeth. There is timing built into the muscles that lift, extend, bite, retract. A choreography so precise that prey is transferred from one set of spikes to the other without a millimeter of slack. The first mouth holds. The second mouth commits. But for all their menace, morays live by complicated rules. At cleaning stations, where armies of tiny shrimp and neon-striped wrasses pick parasites from neighbors who know to hold still, a moray arrives with lethal patience. It opens wide. It breathes. It lets tiny, fearless hands touch the tender edges of its lips, walk over the bright enamel of its teeth, and vanish into the red cave where those second jaws lurk. The eel could end this in a twitch. It doesn't. It waits. The cleaners work. And when the mouth closes, it's gentle. A soft press against a world full of reasons to disappear. The contradiction can be hard to square with the stories told on docks and in bars. Yes, morays can bite. Their mouths are designed to hold. And the cuts can be ragged, serious. Divers who hand-feed them for a photo court trouble. The eel's world is scent and shape, not etiquette. Fingers can rhyme with fish. But that forever open mouth you see on a dive, that's not a threat. It's a breath. In most encounters, the moray's calculation is simple. Stay hidden, stay safe. Strike only when certain. Their territories are address books written in caves. A favorite den becomes a headquarters. Routes through the reef are memorized like streets. The eel will back in tail first, coils packed tight, head at the door. It watches, listens, tastes the current for news. When the scent of possibility arrives, from a wounded parrotfish, from a crab that misjudged the moonlit tide, those muscles would like a word. Everything about the animal is poised for the short, violent, efficient moment that pays the rent. If you pull the camera back, the moray's gift fits into a bigger conspiracy the reef runs on every night. Some predators rule the open water. Some rule the sand. Some rule the labyrinth between corals. The moray is king of the tight place. Its strange mouth solves a problem that the maze created. It was never meant to be beautiful. It was meant to be inevitable. And yet, in a twist, the reef always keeps hidden until you're ready to see it. This solitary ambusher has partners. Out in the blue, another predator cruises. Bulkier, bigger-eyed, with a face built for daytime raids. It has a problem the moray can solve. The grouper can chase, but not pry. The eel can pry, but not chase. They find one another. The grouper hovers over a crevice and shimmers. Head shakes and body quivers that mean nothing to us and everything to the eel. The signal says, "Prey in here, cornered and clever." The answer is a sinuous ribbon slipping from a hole like smoke. There is a place on the reef where this plays out like a scene, rehearsed 1,000 times. Silent cues, impossible trust, and that second mouth delivered right where it's needed most. And it begins with a glance, a pause, and an invitation no moray can refuse.